Okay, guys, well, welcome. I'm so glad you guys were able to hop on. I feel like I've not seen you. Well, some of you I've seen you more than others, like Faye and I spent a lot of time in a car. That girl is a rock star. She drove home 7 hours. I don't know, maybe even 7.5. I don't know how long it took us. And I'm like, Faye, are you okay? Do you need me to drive? She's like, I got this. I got this. It was awesome. And she had even gotten up at 4 o'clock that morning and had driven. I'm like, what a rock star. I'm like, I'll ride with Faye anytime. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, I digress. Some of you I feel like I haven't seen in a while. But Virginia, why don't you introduce us to your new rep?
Awesome. Thank you. So Kaylee signed up, honestly, I don't even know what day it was. A week ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Like
last week.
Exactly. And she is an awesome friend of mine. I was actually her nanny. She was a 3rd grader, and she was a handful, but she was super awesome. And like the post on Shooting Stars, she literally tried to run away. She went outside. She was on a swing, and then I saw her. I was talking to her sister, and then I realized she's gone. And she had went around the block, I guess, and decided to run away. And yeah, super funny. But I taught Kaylee,
I've grown.
Yeah, I taught
Don't run away, Kaylee.
Yeah.
Many of my bad bad things. I've taught her a lot of bad things in her life.
It's true.
Her hooker name, but anyways, whatever. We won't discuss that.
So we're here to turn this all around and make this a positive experience.
Oh my goodness, it's a good thing. Silly joke, but I'm just so excited that she said yes to this, and I look forward to see her grow. And just honestly, we get to talk a lot more right now, and it's super rad. So, yeah, Kaylee, do you want to say hi and
hi?
Yeah, give an introduction.
Yeah,
sure, if you'd like to.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm from Phoenix and I live in Seattle. I just graduated from college from the dietetics program at Seattle Pacific University, so which is food and nutrition. So I still have to do an official dietetic internship and then sit for state exams, and then I'll be a registered dietitian. So I have an off year, and this business just fit in great for this time. And so I'm really excited and learning a lot, and it's super fun for me to have a really practical way to use the education I have during this year off. So I'm not losing everything that I've learned. I get to kind of practice it, which is really nice.
That is so fantastic. You've been on the product for a little while too, right?
Yeah, I think, Virg, I started right after I got married, I thought, a few months after that. And I've been married for a little over 2 years. So I think it's longer than what we were thinking, Virg. But I think it's been a bit, and I love it. It's been great.
That's awesome. Well, I am so glad. Welcome. I mean, Virginia just raves about you. So we're super excited to have you on the team, and then a dietitian too to boot. That's awesome. I mean, it's going to fit so great, as you already can tell. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I should, with all the research and the books I've read, I feel like I should have some sort of degree, but it's nothing near what you have. I can't wait to pick your brain, to be quite honest. I'm really excited. So, well, welcome. Okay, we have now like almost a little over 15 minutes, so I'm just going to kind of bang this out real quick. The gal I was just talking to, that's why I was late. She was a customer of mine maybe 2 years ago. She only did for 4 months, and then she canceled. And since then, we communicate back and forth occasionally. Oops, hold on a minute. She has asked me a lot of questions about depression and just neurological stuff and food and how that kind of mental health and food and how all that plays in. And so we've kind of I've just been helping her, working with her for 2 years now, but she's never shown another interest in Juice Plus since then. And I had almost kind of written her off, but I can't remember what happened, but one of us reached out to the other, and I shared Juice Plus again. And I'm like, because she wanted help with food choices. And basically what it boiled down to is, I can help you with all that, but listen, bottom line, this is the easiest way for you to get whole food nutrition in your body. Like, I can only take you to a certain level, but knowing what I know about Juice Plus, like, you need to just get on this again. You need to try this again. So she didn't have the trio before, and I'm really excited that she's going to get going on the trio. And then she's like, well, and if I get the freebie for the girls, I want it for my other daughter too. So she's jumping all in. She's sick and tired of being undiagnosed, if you will. She's got a lot of things going on, and the doctors just keep saying, oh, it's just anxiety and depression. Now one of her friends' doctor is saying that it's POTS, P-O-T-S, if you've heard of that. Mm-hmm. So it has to do with like sodium and just a bunch of other stuff. So it just was really refreshing to see somebody finally, after her journey. You guys never know somebody's journey. You never know when they're going to circle back around. That's why I kind of am telling you all of this, because you never know when they're going to be ready again. And if it hadn't been for me, just kind of every once in a while, just staying in touch with her, and then finally just saying, listen, like this is, can you revisit this again? Can you just give this another try? And she said, I think so. So I said, all right, can I call you in 15 minutes? She's like, okay. And I mean, boom, boom, boom. Like we didn't waste any time. We just got it done. She's ready to go. She's ready to make a change. And it's fun to see people that really are ready. You know, we can kind of push people in, like, you need this, but they're not going to get it until they're really ready to make those changes, or they feel those changes themselves. So anyway, I say all that to just encourage you guys to, even if somebody says no, it's a no for now. It's not a no for good. So just keep dripping on them, keep caring about them, keep loving and keep sharing. That just brings me to a bunch of events that we have going on. We want to do everything we can to, of course, make a difference. That's why you guys are part of this team, because we want to really make a difference in people's lives. And we know the power of food. We know the power of nutrition. We know the power in what we have with Juice Plus. We really want to impact not just people, but when we impact people, we impact your paychecks. And I want you guys to have a really good business experience. And I'll say this all the time. We've got a couple of things that you guys can plug into. It's really easy peasy for you. We've got the Back to School, Back to Health Facebook event that is Thursday night. Peggy is hosting it. There's going to be a free Yum Box giveaway. It's Thursday, 8 p.m. Central. I think she's banging it out in an hour. I think it's one of those events where it's not going to be over a couple of days. We're just going to get on live at 8 or whatever time that is in your time zone, and just be on and just be commenting and refreshing. So invite people to that, get people in there. It's going to be a simple hands-off way for them to be introduced to Juice Plus with not just third-party validation, but a million-party validation. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be so many people in there just commenting, and it is going to be probably a larger event. We also have the Shred 10, the 10-day Shred that's coming up September 1st through September 11th. So if you aren't in that Facebook event and you want to be in there, let me know about that one. We have the Action Game coming up in September. September is going to be a huge month for us. So conferences in October. And so we want to try to tidy everything up by September 30th for all of our goals so that we can walk the stage and be recognized and just have a blast at conference. So I know Virginia's going for Senior Sales Coordinator. I'm going for Q. My structure is in place, which is super exciting. We just need lots of volume. So any orders the month of September are just going to help us reach that goal. And that's a huge, huge deal for our team. Like a huge deal that we are that close. I mean, it's so stinking exciting. And I can't wait until you guys are in this place too. Like, I started right where you are. And I started with just only wanting to maybe get a discount. Not even pay for my own order. I just wanted a discount. And then I paid for my order. And then I paid for my husband's order. And then I paid for all these shakes. And then I still have all this income. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Let's just keep going. And I'm nothing special. I'm just me, and I've plugged into what I need to plug into. Y'all may think I'm special, but special enough. No, I'm really nothing special. I've just been able to plug in. I love people, and I'm consistent, and I want to make this happen. So all that to say, this is going to be you guys. If you want this too, this can be you someday. This can be you replacing your full-time job and full-time income with a part-time job. what is it Jim Rohn says? Working part-time on your fortune and full-time on your job or something like that. And yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm working part-time on my fortune because profits are better than wages. I think I got it. Yeah. Faye and I listened to this in the car on the way back. I love the way he talks about this. It just puts it into really great perspective. So wherever you guys want to go with this business, we're here to help you. The action game, I touched on that, is September 11th, I think, is when it starts. If you haven't heard what that is, let your upline know, and they will send you the link to it. But basically, it's going to keep you motivated. It's going to keep you on task, and you can win money for winning. It's really fun. My team won back in February. There were 6 of us, and we each won a couple $100 a piece for playing. So you just put $20 in the pot, and then I love it because it gets you to kind of think outside the box and do something different than maybe what your normal DMO looks like, what your normal day looks like. So it's just something a little different. So that action game will propel your business forward, guaranteed. Guaranteed. You guys all know we're working on trying to qualify our business. Kaylee, you don't even need to worry about what that means right now. Virginia can explain all that to you. So Peggy's going for 50 Club next month. Mm-hmm. And she thinks she's going to end this month at 42. And we have 4, I think, that I mentioned on our chat this morning that can be qualifiers next month as well. So let's really help her out and get her there. And then, of course, qualifying your business is just going to maximize your paycheck. And then, okay, for the last few minutes, I just wanted to touch on a little bit about when you're talking to people and you're sharing with people. So when you're sharing with people and sending messages, it's really important to remember that you're sharing something, you're not telling them what they need. Nobody wants to be told that they're doing something wrong or that they need this. I mean, unless they're a really good friend of yours, and then you can be like, listen, you just need to get on this product. Like family and close friends, you just tell them what to do. That's fine. But make sure you're sharing with them what it's done for you. Always share your story, what you like about it. You want them to, they're not going to necessarily think they need the product. You're going to want them to see the need for the product, if that makes sense. So share your story. Be relatable to them. Figure out, ask questions, lots of questions. You'll hear us say this all the time. But ask lots and lots of questions. I ask my husband tons of questions and he absolutely hates it. But I need to practice that when I'm talking with people because I see the solution already. I'm like, oh, well, you need Juice Plus, you know? But you've got to build up to that and figure out where Juice Plus fits into their life, you know? Because for some people, it may be that they don't come right out and say there's a disease or a sickness or something, but the more you open the line of communication and talk, they may finally say, well, you know, my dad died of cancer, or my husband has, arthritis, or, you know, there's so much out there. And that's when you can say, oh my gosh, well, I have a good friend who da-da-da-da and had really great results with Juice Plus. Would this be something you'd be interested in learning more about? You know, just very simple. Or it could be money. Let's say they're struggling financially. You could even say then, well, would you like me to show you how you can earn a part-time income? Do you think that would benefit your family? You know, something like that. So find that doorway. And the only way you can find that doorway is to ask them questions. And sometimes, I love Facebook Messenger to go back and forth, but sometimes that can really drag out. So sometimes the best thing is just to get on the phone and make that phone call and just have a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody, especially if you care about them as a person. Just have a heart-to-heart conversation. So you want to share. And then, again, another thing that I'm working on as well, but complimenting, affirming, and acknowledging what they're saying. Silvana and I have been talking about this a little bit, but you know, being a friend isn't, again, just telling somebody what they need. It's saying, wow, I'm really proud of you for taking that step. Or I totally know what you mean. I felt the same way. You know, just affirming and acknowledging and complimenting that's never going to put anybody on the defense. we never want to put anybody on the defense. And sometimes I think what happens when we get so excited about Juice Plus and we're like, yes, you need this. And then they make a comment and then they were like, well, about Juice Plus. And they're like, whoa, that's not what I was asking. I don't need a sales pitch. I don't need this, that, or the other thing. So take what they just said to you. And I mean, this may seem like common sense to you guys, but I know sometimes when we get all caught up in the moment, we just want to help so badly that we just vomit on them. So take a step back and just say, just affirm what they said to you just now, whether they were talking about, you know, that they're doing the Whole30. Let's just say, well, I'm already eating a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables and I'm doing the Whole30. Yay, that is great. Because that really is good. And it is really good that they're acknowledging that they need to make better choices. Affirm that, and then you can carry on with, yes, I know I did our Transform 30 and I felt these kinds of results. Does that kind of all make sense to you guys? Okay. I think for the most part, you probably already do that because you're being a friend with people. But at the same time, I know it's really easy to get caught up in the excitement of what we have to share because gosh darn, don't we want everybody on Juice Plus? We know it's going to help them. So it's just kind of having a little bit of patience and working through the process of talking with people. But again, making it simple. When you are sharing with someone, keep it simple. It's just fruits and vegetables. Who doesn't need more of that? Or wouldn't you like, for me, it's, you know, taking away the mommy guilt that my kids are eating the nutrition from 30 different fruits, vegetables, berries, and then grains and 20 plants every morning. I mean, I don't care what they eat. Well, I do care what they eat the rest of the day. I'm not going to lie. I do care, but I know at least they have that foundation in their body every single day. So keeping it simple. Okay. That is all I have to share. We've got about 5 more minutes. If you guys want to say anything about that, you can. Something else, or if you have any questions, I would love to hear anything. Yes. Raise your hand. Yes, Faye?
Okay, so I was talking to Stephanie about this earlier, so hopefully she'll watch this later, but she has someone who is considering joining who is talking to another friend, and that friend says, I love the natural. I only do natural. I only do oils, and I do probiotic.
Mm-hmm.
And so why would I need more fruits and vegetables? So what would be, I know what I told her to say, but I'm just curious what your response is.
I think my gut reaction would be to say, oh my gosh, yes, me too. You can't get any more natural than dehydrated vine ripened fruits and vegetables. Like, and then let them be like, what do you mean? Like, how's that natural? And then it just kind of opens the door to here's the process of how they make our Juice Plus. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? Like, they've juiced it for us. We don't have to do that.
But and then she follows up with, but why do I need more fruits and vegetables?
Yeah, that's interesting.
The oils help me just fine. I get everything I need from just my probiotic and my oils.
She needs to go back to Nutrition 101. We're going to have to refer her to Kaylee.
That's what I told her. I said, okay, it's looking at prevention versus treatment is the way
Yes, I think maybe
oils are treating the problem that's already there.
Right.
Versus the fruits and vegetables are.
And again, affirming the oils and affirming how great that is that she's doing that. And I think you hit the nail on the head. Well, that's great. You know, I find that I love oils, but I find that I don't really have to use them very often now that we're preventing ourselves from getting all of this stuff. Mm-hmm. So oils are a great supplement or in addition to Juice Plus. But yeah, if she doesn't understand why she needs more fruits and vegetables, then that's like a whole nother. Mm-hmm. Let's sit down and talk about that. Because I guess I would say, well, why wouldn't you want more fruits and vegetables? You know they're good for you, right? And then just kind of see what she says.
Okay.
But again, see how simple that was to just ask a question back or to affirm and then ask that question back without saying, well, here's why you need fruits and vegetables. They're going to do this, 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 and this, and this, and this, and this, and they're going to protect this, this, and this. But just ask that question. Affirm and then ask that question back. Yeah. That's a really great question because that's certainly one we hear a lot. And I'll even say, honestly, I didn't think we needed more fruits and vegetables in our diet because I really didn't get the correlation. I didn't. and I was PE teacher, and a health teacher. Like, I mean, it's lack of education that's out there. Okay. Anybody else?
I have a whole lot of questions, but I'm just gonna Voxer you because I have a ton.
Okay. And we're gonna meet tomorrow for those of you guys that are here in Germany. I'm excited. We're gonna meet tomorrow. I've got a really cool box that I want you guys to
I wish we were going to be in Germany.
I know. Let's all go to Germany.
My house is big.
Why don't you tell the girls real quick about the excitement with Mary and Termina?
Okay, so I had a business lunch meeting with a sideline, Michelle, who is on the Campbell team. And we met at Termina's, a restaurant where there's Mary, who's on another team. I don't even know. Actually, we kind of know, but whatever. Kristen had the opportunity. No, I'm just kidding.
I missed that opportunity.
Yeah, she sure did. But it's okay, though. But we're all sidelined to each other. And we have created 3 events at the restaurant, 2 which are wine and wellness, where we provide 1 glass of wine and some appetizers, and then they can order whatever else, but we're going to present the product 2 of those nights. And then the other one, she has her own personal cooking class once a month when the restaurant is closed. And we are coming in, and it's sponsored by Juice Plus, and we are doing dessert. And so we get to share about Juice Plus. And then we've put together 5 other events for September. So we have 8 events on the calendar right now.
Awesome.
And it's freaking insane. And yeah, we will make this happen.
Tell them what Michelle said, though, after Q School about events.
Okay, so she was talking to all the people around her, whether they were already NMDs or just the people being Q and getting there. And they said events are where it's at, and that having events all the time is where it's at, and that's where you build your business. And if you stop having events, your business is going to stop. So it's always having events on the calendar. And I feel like I'm better at that than most. And this summer, I was consistent trying to have 1 a week. Even though it was summer and even though it was travel, I still was consistent, and it's definitely paying off. So,
and I will say an event is even just like one-on-one coffee with someone too.
Yeah.
It's the community. It's, instead of just blasting out via Facebook, which I do still, because you still get those people that are watching you. But it's being friends with someone and having that personal relationship with someone is an event. So just a one-on-one cup of coffee, whatever, meet for lunch and just chat and see how you're doing. So that's awesome, Virginia. I'm really excited about those events that you're going to be having with Mary. Okay, awesome. I'm so glad you guys hopped on. Right now is our Shooting Stars conference call. Did you see I labeled this our Power Hour? It was like Power Hour.
Yeah, I loved it.
And then 30 minutes with the Shooting Stars. And Kathy Murphy and Kristen Noland are leading this one. So let's all jump off and get on that one, because I love and respect and admire those 2 so much. And I can't wait to hear what they have to say. So if you don't have the number for that, shoot me a message or shoot your upline a message, and we'll get on there. Okay, bye guys.
Bye, thanks. Bye, Kayla.